Hello, my friends. Dave Hunter here with weekly Forex forecast for the second week of the January 2020, which is gonna start tomorrow on the Sunday Open. So we have first trading week behind us, and we closed just a free trades on the JPY pairs, which was really good trades, and we of course could hold them a little bit longer, but we did as the best we could. So we added like 267 uh, pips on the mem account. I have added something around almost 10%. So mem account is right now in the gain 85%. We are right now in the process of the onboarding of the clients, and I want to thanks everyone for the cooperation and for the patience, because we first need to fill up and deposit all the investments into the mem account. Then it will be activated and we can start the trading. So let's go to the charts. As well, I will be answering all the emails this weekend. There is like something like 100 emails, so I will have a nice evening tonight. Okay, let's go to the charts, and I have forgot to use my pen. Where is it? Here. So this is the dollar index. Dollar index is dropping for quite some time, and it's dropping since it touched this long-term descending channel and this quite long-term ascending channel. If we look to the COT data, we can see it very clearly. So it was here when the banks has these extreme of the longs, and after the closing of the contract, price started to drop, and it's still happening even right now when the contract has ended. So what I'm expecting right now is something pretty easy. So I think that we will probably see the drop, or at least the retest again. But first, you know, they still don't have any big short position. So what I'm thinking like is this liquidity zone and this liquidity zone will be first taken out before it will continue somehow down. So what I will do, I will of course not buying the dollar right now, because this is the corrective structure for me. So I will be waiting for the touch of this upper band and this middle band of these channels. So here it start to look for the dollar shorts as well. I'm not trading this dollar index, but it means for me that I could be trading against the dollar on the other pairs, and we will look at them right now. So first one is Aussie, and Aussie looks pretty bullish for me, and what I'm waiting for is to enter. This is just this short-term bullish move, and I think it's just to catch up the people on after the NFP into the trade. But however, if we can see this low and here is where the real volume came into the market. So I think that this is the place where will be the orders, and it's as well with the confluence of this ascending channel. So what I will be waiting for is to the price come down. Here I will want to see, of course, always as I'm doing that, when we have this channel and we have already 1 2 touches. Mostly the third touch is not so clear, because a lot of people can draw this trend line, so there will be a lot of traders starting to trade. So they will be entering here on this bounce, and they will put stop losses somewhere maybe below this level, right? So what I will want to see is something like a fake breakout, and then return back to the channel, and then I will be entering. And I will not do any big targets right now, because here is this long-term channel which must be broken. So I will not be hungry, and I will take it just until here. Then if the price start to break or do something, then I will want to see a break, some retests, and then continuation. So I will see with that. If we look to the data, we can see that for the Aussie it looks pretty good. We have right now like a 51k of the longs and 79k of the shorts. And what is good actually, so we are actually seeing the longs growing, right? So longs are growing for the last month, so for the last 4 weeks. So if we look what period is it, so it's here. So the longs was growing, another report growing, and then the last one from the 42 to the 51, which is this move, longs were growing as well. So if someone is adding the longs when the price is dropping, and they don't adding so heavily the shorts, so what I'm expecting is that I think that they building just a position, and here is the middle where they want to, and here is this liquidity. So this is why I'm waiting for this one. I hope it's clear. Next one is Euro USD. Here I have made the mistake because my strategy, what I'm trading, is that I'm trading the channels, and I already said many times to myself that I will be trading just the bottoms, the tops or the bottoms. And I have made a mistake because I entered here in the middle. So as you can see that sometimes, the price goes down, and then it comes to the channel, and then it goes down. The next time it goes more up than down, so here in the middle it's not good for the trading. But if you look for the trades on the bottoms or the tops, you have more chance to win, right? So here I have made my mistake, but anyway, what I'm gonna do right now is that I have moved my stop loss below down here, and I'm expecting the price as well visit these lows and then continue up. So right now this trade, as I move the stop loss, I don't like to do that often, but in here I see the chance. So right now this trade is 1-to-1, and this one is like 1-to-3, 1-to-the-3 risk reward ratio, so it could give me nice chance to still make a money. Here is what I see on the position. So what we see is nothing much, right? It's still like 42.58, and we must look at the longer term period. So we can see that the banks has reduced quite the short. So right now, as the price is dropping down, this is the clue. All right, as the price is dropping down, we can see that in this period, since this report into this report, which representing these numbers, the shorts was close like over 28, 41, something like a 13k shorts was closed here. So what does it mean? So if the price is dropping and someone is closing the shorts but not adding heavily, that means that they would not expect the price to go too much down. So that's why I think that here we could get the price continue up, as well, of course, with the confluence of the weak dollar. Next one is Kiwi. Kiwi, we actually had the sell limit here in since the Monday, but it never came back to pick up us into the trade. I don't know if it's gonna happen right now. What I think will be the more possible is that, as we will see, as I said, with this dollar, that we will see retracement on the dollar. So I think that we might see more clearly the move down, and so I will not be trading nothing here in the middle. Only if it comes down here, I will start to look for the longs. Why for the longs? Because here it's clearly possible to see. So here we have the longs, which has grown for quite some time. They started to grow slowly, but right now they started to be aggressive. So as many people might start to think that this is end of the trend, it's actually not, because all this move up from here until here, you can see that the longs was not so aggressive. But what we can see is that the shorts were closed. So this move is made just on the shorts closing. And what is happening right now, there is still some shorts, but you can see that they're closing them, right? So price is dropping down since here, which is this report, they dropping and they closing the positions. So it's just the beginning. I think the trend will be much bigger and the dollar will be in the big trouble. So I will be looking to enter the longs on the bottom of this channel. Next one is USD CAT. USD CAT was pretty, doing pretty much nothing in this kind of the range, but it's on the daily, so of course you could get nice trades. We had many trades here. But right now, what is going on? We can see that this long-term channel was broken, and here is this short-term channel. And right now we are in here in this middle. Okay, as I said that I will not be trading the middle, but this break of this long-term channel looks good. And if we look to the data, we can see some quite interesting thing, right? So the banks was always the accumulating long shorts, then they close it, closed again. And what is happening right now? The price is dropping, right? And this is different than the other pairs. So price is dropping, and what's happening here? The shorts are growing and longs being reduced, right? So what I will be waiting for, as I said, that I'm expecting this correction on the dollar. So if the price come like this, a little bit higher, then I will start to look for the shorts, and it will be nice short, right? So this is the pound, and pound is for me looking very bullish. Not only for this move, okay, but as well we can see, and it's very similar like on the Kiwi. So we had very big shorts right here in the, okay, let me clear it. So here we had very big shorts. Then they started to closing the shorts, and price was moving up. So all this move up is created by just the closing profit taking from the shorts. And you can see the longs was still cooled off, but right now since the December they starting to be bullish. And if we look now into the overall exposure, we are getting to the positive for the longs. So does it mean that if this looks positive, does it mean that I will go long like this? Of course not. This what I see here, many people can see this. They might don't have the same Excel sheet as I have, but the people seeing this, and banks of course knows that. So these people, they will start to taking the longs, they will have stop losses here, right? So I'm saying that I would like to trade it here, but this is like a 300 pips, right? This is like a 300 pips down, but there is nothing what doesn't say that it could go up like this. So could I trade it like this? Of course I could, but I will not, because my strategy says in here, right? So this is interesting for me here, and this 300 pips down, will I trade it? No, I will not trade it, because I don't know if it's gonna happen. It can drop just down here or anywhere, or it can be doing something like this, then touch this and up, create this trap for the stop hunt. So who knows? No one knows. I don't know, and so I wait. This is the USD franc, and USD franc looks good for the shorts as well, because what I'm thinking is that we will come to visit this long-term descending channel. We had quite big obstacles to break through that. Once that happened, we are dropping down right now with the nice bearish pushes, and the data says that as well. So let's check the franc, and we can see right how the banks are closing the longs position. They almost closed half of this, and the shorts still not growing much, but as we know, the price can be moving just on the reducing one side. So just the smaller correction up into this top line of the channel gave us the nice opportunity to take a short, right? But this pair, the franc, buying the franc is overall always expensive, because there is a big swaps on these franc pairs, This is the Mexican peso, very similar. So what I'm expecting is to drop down here. This is the long-term support, and as well I'm expecting the price come here. But will I short it right now here? Why? Well, I have a short already from somewhere here, I don't know, but I have a small positions. And why I hold it? Because here is very nice swap on the short, so I don't have a problem, and I actually have a big stop loss on this trade, and I don't have a problem to be in this trade for quite some time. However, if the price comes here, then I will go in with the full position. So I have small position right now, and I don't mind when this is going on, because I'm paying every day a couple dollars for being in the position, right? Depends on how big account you have, so then you are paid with the with the swaps. Here we can see that the shorts are being reduced since this 91k, which was somewhere around here, and we had actually this long trade, nice one, and since then it's nicely dropping, right? But unfortunately we are not in this short, because in that time it wasn't so clear. So next one is what is the next one? Next one is USD JPY, and this one is quite tricky, and we had amazing trade on this one. We actually entered here on the bottom with a very small drawdown, and we took out those 140 pips. We closed a little bit earlier because I was expecting the correction, which I think is gonna happen right now. But now is the question, as I expect the USD to be quite for some time a little bit strong before it became weak. Now what's gonna happen? So we have a liquidity here. What does it mean, the liquidity? It means that a lot of people start to shorts, right? Because what they see this, this. Of course, this channel is, I'm not only one who have it on this. So the people start to short, and I actually have one friend on the Telegram who is still sending me the charts, and he's good indicator for to how to trade, because he's trading like classic retail traders, and he always, what he said, it's very good to do the opposite. So when the retail traders and this person, they go short, right? Because they see the support, it's bouncing, so it means it's the strong support, right? And this channel, right? So what does this create? All these people, when they start to short here, where they put stop losses, they always put the stop losses just slightly above, most likely they will put it just like this, because they want to not to risk too much, they want just small. So it will create this liquidity level, which is good for the banks to go there for the money. So what the banks, they will do, they know that there will be these positions, because they can see the order book, so they start to take the price down, right? And the people will start to short even more, so then they will move the price a little bit higher. Then when they break the low again, so they will break this low, and a lot of people will start to enter here, because they will be FOMO, and they don't want to miss this trade. And then what's gonna happen is this, boom, it's actually same like it happened here, right? So you can see that people started to sell these breakouts, and then when enough people is in there, the price start to move up, right? So this is what I'm expecting to happen here, and COT data only confirming it right now. What you will see, it will be confusing for you, but as many of you asking me how to read this correctly, I can say that there is no the general rules how to read this correctly. You must get the sense of how it's all happening, and I'm actually practicing this almost 3 years, and still I'm learning that. So that's another reason why I cannot teach it to someone, or I cannot say just, people thinking like, okay, if it's 68 32, if it would be so easy, if I get 30% start to buy, 67 start to sell, but it's unfortunately not that easy. So how I read this? So we are actually seeing that the banks are closing the longs positions, right? but we must look at the chart as well. So we are seeing that they've been closing the longs positions in this period. Why did they do that? Because they took the partial profit, from their positions. So they've been moving it like this, up and down. So here they took the profit, then they didn't let the price drop. Then they took the profit here again, then they let the price drop. They took the profit here again. So why they did that? Because, for example, no, for example, the reason is that they have a lot of money, but they need to free them to buy even more. So once they've been doing this, they cannot close, of course, everything on here on the price, because it will not be filled for this nice average price. If they try to close everything, they will might not get the buyers from that, and the price will do simply this, and what then happen is that they will close some positions here, some here, some here, some here, and here, as we can see, they had like something like a 96k contracts. So they close it to the 30k, to the 60k. So they basically closed in this range like 30k contracts for this good price. But if they try to close it at once, the price will start to drop like this, and they will close like 5k, 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 and their average closing price will be somewhere here. When they doing the range, they have it here, which is much more profitable for them. So then happened this this fake out, and the price is moving up. As I said, we are seeing that the longs has been reduced, but look, where is the latest report? We can see that the latest report is somewhere here. And now let me show you this. I will bring this one. I have made this screenshot, right? So here is this my indicator, which is making these like these dots, right? These things which you can see here, right? So here is this latest report. When they showed this one, they showed 60k longs and 40k shorts, right? So this looks, for someone who just somehow looking at it, you can see that you see probably this, or reducing longs, they building shorts, so it's short, right? But look, here is the report where they reported it, and immediately next hour, or this is maybe 4 hours chart, I don't remember, next hour what they did, they basically, let me make it like this so we can see that. So I will make it, or let me like this, right? So so this is here, right? So basically next hour after they reported this number, they manipulated the price down, where they probably closed these shorts and they bought more longs, right? And price started to do this, and they fucked up everyone, because what they did by this move is that they took what people start to do when the market breaks. People start to sell, right? Why the market makers doing this? Because they need to buy. So when they break through this, right, people start to sell so they can buy. So I bet that next week we will see much more longs here, and these shorts will be closed here. And what's gonna happen right now? So as I said, I'm expecting to price make a small correction, and then to fuck up everyone again on the other side, and maybe then in the future it can start to drop. But what I think is gonna happen is this, because we still have this gap here. What means the gap? Gap is mostly over the weekend. So strong activity because the banks can trade over the weekend, so they short it so hard. So it's actually like a supply zone, right? So I think that the market will come down here, and traders will be shorting it over here, and it will be very painful for them if they are not in the longs, right? So I hope this helps. This is the USD PLN. I have entered at the long. However, I don't think that this will last so high. So what I will do, I will reduce my target because I expect the dollar to be strong for a while, but not so big, you know. But here it will be probably some bounce because it's a very long-term channel. So this bounce could work for me, and I'm in this trade. Next one is USD NOK, very similar trade, you know, so I'm expecting the price to move up a little bit, but again, you know, here is this long-term channel, so that's why I'm expecting quite some bounce, because we can see here that we did this stop hound below this trend line, and as well what I'm seeing here is the nice volume which is building here. So let's see if it could move a bit higher, at least here. Maybe here I will, you know, move the stop loss to the break even. Then the long term it could drop much lower, who knows. Euro JPY, here we had another good trade. We entered on the bottom, and what I have done is that I closed the profit here manually, and we are not in the trade right now. But if we get some correction, which I'm expecting to get, I will be looking to re-enter again, and it has all the way could come until here and until this long-term channel. So let's see. This is the Canadian, very similar. We had the entry, beautiful entry. It was actually the stop hunt entry, so where I put our buy limit was below this. This is what the banks are doing. So they're setting the trap by the ranging, and boom, then they touch down here and they move up. As the volume is big, quite significant, we could continue up. Right now what I'm expecting, as we came into this middle of this channel, of course it can simply break and go like this without giving a chance to enter. But I think that right now, as the traders seeing this pin bar, might start to do some correction to take them out and go out without them. So I will be looking to re-enter the long again. Next one is Aussie Franc. We have nice entry here. I was explaining this one in the channel. So we have basically the touch of this part, and what I'm expecting in long term to bring the price up. And it's a quite long-term trade. There is a positive swap on the Aussie Franc, so we are holding it for quite some time because we are paid to be in the trade. Next one is okay, I have okay, next one is Pound Cat. Pound Cat, I'm in this trade already. This is for after quite some time when I'm trading the pound. So you know, might I enter it a little bit earlier, but what I'm thinking that here will be definitely the way where the pound will move up more strongly than the cat. So we are holding this trade, and I think that the next one is the last one, which is the pound kiwi. Pound kiwi as well entered on this like a stop hand of this, but right now it's ranging, and this trade I I will get the stop loss, because what has been created here is these two bottoms. So here it will probably visit this low, and here is the another one, and I think that we might see first something like this. Let's see. If it comes to the break even, I will have to decide when the market is running, you know. So that's it for today. I thank you for watching. It was quite longer because I was expecting that situation on the USD JPY, but I think that this educational thing might help everyone to understand what is going on. Thank you for watching, and have a great weekend. Bye bye.